for changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Good morning, Vault 76. This is the Overseer. I hope you all enjoyed the party last night, even those who may have overindulged and overslept. But it's time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough. Today is Reclamation Day. It may be time to leave, but I'll never forget the day you all entered Vault 76. You come from every walk of life, every race, color, and creed. But you all share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family.
And so, they welcome me to the family, sons and sis. Same way I welcome you all to what is going to be a super long series, hopefully. But I think it's going to take many episodes to complete. So now, I want to take this moment to display the character creation of the game. And I'm going to use the moment to do some commentary. Now, let me just tell you that if you're looking for a full playthrough where, you don't have to be worried about some fucking idiot talking non-stop, just want to tell you that I'm not going to be talking all the time. So if you want a more silent playthrough, partially this is going to be the one, because I'm not going to be doing too much commentary. I'm only going to be adding voice some moments here and there, but that's it. So if by any chance you like my voice, well, I don't know, you may miss it because, well, I'm not going to be talking too much. At least not to the point where, I don't like to talk in moments that require silence. So part of the formula of this channel of mine is that I add commentary only in certain moments, but it's not like a 100% commentary. So just to let you know that. Now, my intention about this game is that I want to try to do it in depth as best I can. Like, I really want to give as much immersion as possible. So that's the reason why I think my microphone has to be off for the most time. Um, so I'm fully aware that this game is getting a lot of hate lately. This game, I don't know. I think that Bethesda, they knew that they're going to get a lot of backlash, but at the same time, they decided to go forward with the project. And the project is one that many Fallout fans are been asking for. A game, a Fallout game that can be multiplayer, that you can play with friends or companions. Now, this is going to be a fully solo playthrough. I'm not going to be siding with any player, so it's going to be a solo lone wolf experience. So it's going to be just me against the whole wasteland. And probably some assholes that want to pick a fight with me. You know what I'm talking about, the PvP community. So, I don't know, I'm not caring for that, because when you do PvP, it's usually the lag, the real enemy, and not the other player. Always learned that in the hard way. So well, anyway, I wanted to welcome you all. It means a lot for me to do this game, and I really don't care the amount of hate this game is getting, because I know I already like it a lot for the most part. There is, things that bothers me, annoyance and flaws and issues that I will address later on. But as it goes, to me, this stands a true Fallout game at core, in soul. It just is a different take, a different direction that Bethesda is doing. So I suggest you to please do not take for granted the majority of the blind hate that you can hear about this game. I suggest you to play it for yourself, or if you're not going to buy it and you prefer to see this beat instead, then well, at least trying to, take your time to see its values and appreciate why the game is good. And I'm going to try to show that. This is going to be an attempt to do a full, true, in-depth playthrough, walkthrough, where I'm going to try to do full exploration. Gonna try to do all the quests possible and side quests. Now, one problem with this game is that sadly it's only one save file per each character. So if by any chance I ruin a quest, or I cannot get it right, or I bypass it, or I fail it, or whatever, well, I guess I can go and redo it with another future character that probably I'm going to be played off camera. I'm planning to do another Mad Max character. Yeah, a roleplay of him. But for this playthrough, it's gonna be different. I'm planning to do sort of a sniper assassin female character that's going to be made after Claire Redfield from the Resident Evil universe, and I explain later why. But originally I was like, I want to do another Mad Max, or maybe like a female version of Mad Max, because in these games I really enjoy playing with the females the most. Probably because they're really slick, and they I don't know, they feel better when you're like sneaking around. And so I also like the way they look, so you know. But for the most part, I usually tend to play as female in Fallout games. But I can make another separate character in case I fail a mission or whatever, because sadly this is not like Fallout 4 or New Vegas or 3 that you can do 20 files per each character and have a better control of what you're doing, which is what I wish I could do, because it's the most playthrough friendly thing that I possibly know. So here I'm taking my time displaying. I'm going to try to display at least basics of the character creation, because I'm trying to think that you, the viewer, may not know this, and I'm trying to pretend that you are completely new to the game and you're blind and you don't know anything about it. Well, I am blind right now for the most part, for the big part. I know a big part of the game because I've seen some playthroughs, but for the most part, there is a lot that I ignore. And so far, I am really, really liking everything that I've seen. And so, anyway, I'm trying to show the character creation, and I want to show hairstyles, colors of the hair, colors of the eyes, facial hair, and I want to display, a little bit of male character creation and female, so it will be a little bit more complete. Well, I try to be a little bit thorough here and trying to show the character creation a little bit in depth. But the thing is that if I try to show every single detail of it, I think the whole episode is gonna go just me doing this and exploring the vault. So it might get boring for the majority of people, because I'm pretty sure the majority of people, they don't want to see this. But I had to do it anyway, because I had to think about those viewers that they don't know and they're curious. So I'm pretending that I'm one of them. And I know it's annoying when you're trying to find a good playthrough, which is really hard to find, and then you find the player rushing things and talking over NPCs and rushing the story and treating the game like if it's just, I don't know, like a disposable little experience. I'm trying to be the complete opposite of that. I'm trying to respect each game that I do as much as I can. So to me, trying to do a true in-depth playthrough of each game is my ultimate way to show love for each of these games. Yeah, this is a new hair right here, I can tell. I don't think the hairstyle was in the other Fallout, and I like it a lot. It makes me think of... I put it on blonde because it makes me think of Leon from Resident Evil, so... that could be a good hair for role-playing him, right there. This one is cool too. Now, for the most part, the character creation is about the same. Like, most of the hairstyles are just the same. Sadly, so far they haven't had too many different, but I'm pretty sure they're going to give us updates and other things that they're going to be changing the character creation. I'm pretty sure that is coming, because this is going to be a game that's going to be getting updated a lot, and I know they're going to keep adding and adding and adding to the game, just like the way they did to ESO, The Elder Scrolls Online, which is another game that I love, but of course the problems that I had with that game were problems related with lag. Well, just for the record, I want to let you know that I got many playlists of games like Fallout and The Elder Scrolls. So if you're new to this channel, I suggest you to look for those if you do like what I am about to do with this episode. And well, anyway, this is just the intro beginning tutorial, so I'm gonna try to show at least the bold in detail as well. So now taking my time to show all the colors available for the hairstyle, and this time we got way more options than Fallout 4, I think. If you see the vanilla character creation without adding the Nuka World colors, which I think is also what they did here. They pretty much added everything from the fall version, the special edition of Fallout 4. But I'm pretty sure they're going to keep upgrading also the colors or the hairstyles. So far, I'm happy with it. Now, I don't like that they changed it the way it used to be, like Oblivion, Fallout 3, and New Vegas. Remember the days when you were able to choose the option of color, like the degradation of each, the tone of each color, and you could do a way more accurate color of how you wanted to do. I do not know why they changed that. I think it's very stupid. That was a great mechanic, and they turned it into a more, I don't know, less RPG type, which kind of bothers me. But at the same time, it's good. I'm happy with the colors that we have. At least we got good choices. And I like this color right here. That silver is awesome right there. Yeah. I like a lot of these surreal colors. Like that one is a beautiful one.
Heck of a party last night, eh, sir? Good to see you all together one last time. Drunk, joyous, and not staving off a horrible death minute by minute.
I had to turn the microphone off so you can hear what the hell that Mr. Gutsy guy was talking about. So well, yeah, I am a huge Bethesda player here, and I have many other videos in this channel of me playing several of the Elder Scrolls games and also the Fallout games. So I have to say that for the record. Now, again, taking my time here displaying the character creation, because I don't know, I'm feeling that some people will appreciate that, even if at the same time I'm feeling that most people they will be like, why is it taking so long, rush into the game and get out of that vault and start killing shit. But trust me, I want that. I want to run out there right now and get into a combat zone, but at the same time, I always like to keep a slow pace, and I like to take my time with things. This is my first playthrough, and I really want to take it easy and want to pay attention. I want to look around. I want to do everything that I complain that most people are not doing in most of those mainstream playthroughs that you see all over YouTube. So I'm trying to, I guess my main goal is to give as much immersion as I can for a game such this, where there is a beautiful landscape out there and there is a lot to explore, a lot of quests to do, a lot of places to see, places to go, and well, so this is gonna be the moment when I'm going to be doing a lot of commentary. It's going to be mostly here right now, the character creation, because there's no other better moment for me to do that. I don't like to be at the voice when there is music in the background, or there is, especially when there is NPC talking, or I don't want my voice to be complete distraction from the in-game audio. One thing is that if you go full commentary in your playthrough, one thing you always got to consider is that you're going to have to sacrifice a lot of the in-game, the pure sound. Unless you got really great technology for that and you can somehow pull that off to have full volume and full in-game volume at the same time. But I don't. I actually, right now, I'm trying to struggle here with my mic. Hopefully it's not making too much noise, because it's picking the sound of things like the fan and the noise that goes outside the place. So that's another reason why I like to shut the mic off, because it doesn't filter well with my surroundings around here. So I will, going back and forward, turn the mic on and off as I go, and only adding voice in those moments where I think that, okay, this could be a good moment to say something, mostly about regarding the game, something that hopefully it will add to the experience. So like as I was saying, when you do full commentary, a lot of the in-game audio will suffer. It won't sound the same. You have to, downgrade the level, the audio quality, so that way your voice can stand up better. And that's something that I don't want to do. I don't think my voice is more important than the game. I think that people should, I don't know, realize that the game, it also need to speak for itself too. The game is always talking, and I really don't want to be like those kind of idiots, like, I don't know, people like, there's even names I don't want to mention, but people like, say, DSP, who is a complete fucking buffoon that he does nothing but to talk over every single moment of the game. It does nothing but to burp and, and he just burp all over the place. Let's just put it like that. Burp all over the game. And that's kind of like my biggest fear right there, to become people like that they don't give a hell about the game. And this game I care a lot, because I am a huge fan of Bethesda games for the most part, and I really love Fallout. I take this game seriously, despite the fact that, it has a lot of those elements where it's super cheesy, but at the same time, that apocalyptic sci-fi of it, and the way these games, they look and feel and play, it's a kind of game that you can easily get immerse yourself in it. Now I have seen plenty of gameplay on this game for the people that they were playing on the beta, and I can tell that it's a huge game. It's supposed to be 4 times or more the size of Fallout 4, which, Fallout 4 is a pretty big game. It's a massive game. I'm sure it's not as big as other, as, I don't know, The Witcher 3, or I don't think it's as big as The Elder Scroll Online, but it's big. It's very big. And now this game is supposed to be very, very large, and I cannot wait to explore everything about it. Now I'm hoping that since this game, it relies on server, it relies on being plugged to internet, I hope that that won't be an issue. I hope that won't interfere with my recording sessions, because like a month ago I was trying to make another in-depth series of the Elder Scroll Online, a solo run as a dark elf, and I end up being really I rage quit to that, because when I was trying to record the 4th episode, I had all kind of horrible issues with the game, like the lag, the server crashing every 5 minutes, and it was super laggy, and it was like impossible to play. And so I put that series. It's not like I canceled it, but I put it like like a sort of a standby, because I was getting extremely aggravated with that. And you don't wanna just upload an episode that's going to be looking all like complete trash. So, well, I don't know what's gonna happen with that series. I love the game, but what I'm trying to say is that game suffers the same exact formula that this game has. It's basically the same style. You have only one save file that's going to be always saving on top the same file. It's kind of like those save files of games such Demon Souls or Dark Souls or Bloodborne, where it's going to be always saving constantly, like you just always reaching checkpoints and stuff like that. It's not like it used to be. But the thing is that and the fact that it also relies on server where that can be an issue. So sometimes you may see me doing cuts. Like if you see me like doing a cut and then I make like a sort of degradation and you can tell that it's a cut that I'm doing. It's probably because of that. Probably it's because I'm trying to save you from the pain of watching me stuck in lag server, you know. Now my playstyle is going to be very slow paced. I'm not going to be doing those kind of jump cuts. Like if you see like I don't know, there are some people that they make playthroughs and you know, and you're watching the video and you always seeing these jump cuts, you know, that appear out of nowhere. I call it the type of jump cuts that make you feel dizzy because you don't even know what's going on in the game. You feel like completely confused about where you are, where you're going, what happened to that area you were walking, why you appear. You were walking in that tree over there. Why now you appearing behind this mountain? What's going on? So I'm gonna try to make it look always like you know, the immersion, the progression is always there. I am not going to kill that, or at least I'm going to do my best not to. But if you see it happening, it's probably because I'm having problem with the recording, and I will explain each moment what is going on. Yeah. Okay, so I forgot here to show the facial hairstyle. So I did return to this moment because I'm pretty sure a lot of people is going to want to burn me alive if I don't show these manly facial hairs. Some of them are pretty good, and honestly, I like that they give you a lot of variety, which is cool. Same goes with games like, say, Skyrim. Skyrim, they put a big variety of facial hairstyles. Well, facial hair, sorry. Um, well, I like that one right there. It's a good one. It's kind of realistic looking. That one too. That's one of my favorite right there. I'm going to be creating another side character off camera that probably is I'm going to name him Mad Max, and I'm going to do it before other people come and take my name away because I don't think I can be wrong, but I don't think you can use the same name that other people have. That is how it is in ESO, in the Elder Scrolls. So I am assuming that it will be the same here, but I don't know. So I'm gonna make sure to, as soon as I make a cut here, I'm gonna jump and do that just to make sure that we'll get a name because I'm pretty sure that the Mr. Handy, they can call you Max. Well, anyway, I think it's time for me to cut this character creation, and I'm gonna make a big cut to show how it's gonna be my final female character that I'm about to display in about 2 seconds for now. Lady Redfield. So yeah, this is my Fallout version of her, Claire Redfield. Pretty sure most of you know who she is. You must to know. You have to. Come on. Resident Evil series. And why I choose this character to be my first character, why was her the one I chose to roleplay? It's mostly because hype for Resident Evil 2 remake that is gonna come next year. So I'm using this as a, you know, sort of a celebration motive to bring her into this series as, you know, the Ball Dweller. I think it kind of makes sense doing this character. A lot of it because when you go out there in the wasteland, you see a lot of zombies, and a lot of it kind of feels like a Raccoon City disaster. when you go to the ruins, when you go to those areas like the towns, and when I was watching some of the gameplay, I was like, you know, and I remember I was talking to my girlfriend, and I told her, I think a good idea would be do Claire. I would do like Chris Redfield, because he's my favorite character, hands down. But I don't know. I wanted to be a female in this game. My first character, I wanted him to be a female, so I was like, well, let's do Chris' sister, you know. And there I go. Well, in case you don't know, this channel it has a strong, thing about making role plays, mostly of characters that I really like, especially if they fit the world where I'm trying to role play these characters, So yeah. Well, here this option, you can see there at the corner, the right bottom of the corner, it gives you a lot of options so you can take some cool pictures, and some of them I'm a little bit confused about it because I'm still new, but well, it's very interesting what you can do. Now again, keep in mind that this is just a Fallout version of her. Sadly, I didn't have the ponytail that would look good on her. That type of hairstyle that looks just like the one that she has. Sadly, we don't have it here. Maybe, hopefully, we're gonna get it later on for a future update, and I'm gonna be able to maybe buy it and put it on her. So as it goes, I'm thinking more that she looks more Claire at the end of Resident Evil Revelations 2, when she was in the chopper with a sniper rifle and she cut her hair, and she had with her hair down pretty much. And I think she cut her ponytail away, which I felt kind of weird with that because I didn't want something as classic as her to change look, but still, she looked awesome either way. It did look good on her. Super cheesy fella, look at that. Ah, that's funny, man. I don't know if the gestures that you do, they stay in their face when you play as a character. I don't know if... Ooh, I like that one. That one suits her. That filter. So I'm gonna try to display all, okay? Again, I'm not trying to take 3 hours in my character creation. I mean, I know I can totally edit all this out and just go straight to the moment where the character is already in-game, moving around and stuff, but I had to take my time with this because I want to show, this game truly in depth. So if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to have to take my time showing this, I don't like that the camera gets close like that. Like when you get close, it just fades away. That really bothers me. It really does. That filter looks awesome, man. It looks excellent. Can I put like a horror looking filter? I would love that. So if you take your time and you're creative enough, you could do some nice shots with this. Yeah, you can also put the Fallout logo. Maybe I can use this as the thumbnail for this episode. Don't be surprised if that happens. I wanted to put a picture of her, of the real Claire, as we know her in the game. But then I'm thinking that I could use one of this, so that way it will look more faithful to the game, I guess. People won't get confused when they see Claire Redfield and thumbnail. Yeah, here I am trying to show the options. Okay, so after messing with this a little bit, when you put the field, what is it? Field of view. When you put it all the way to the left side, you can really get the camera closer to her without you know, getting all glitchy. So I just learned that, and I wanted to display it. Sorry if I didn't knew that like 5 minutes ago. Now I know. Now I could take better pictures now. I don't think I like too much the silly looking bald boy in the background, but whatever. What else? Nice. I'm gonna take several pictures. Also, I cannot get in third person till I get the Pip-Boy. Now, a little bit of challenge. I'm gonna try to interact with everything that you can interact inside the vault. Let's see if I find them all. Good evening. Probably I will miss something, but if I do, and if you know what is that, you can let me know. But I'm gonna try to find everything that you can interact, and the few things that I know that you can loot. Oh yeah, you can go back to the bed. Had to do it just to see if you can. One good thing is that when you, well, it says right there in the corner, but when you sleep, you regain some health, which is awesome. First terminal. Now I really suggest you to take your time and pause the video and read, because if you really want to get into the story mode that this game has, I mean his lore, it's really important that you pay attention to these terminals and of course the holotapes. Nice. Finally, I can see in third person. I'm gonna be switching a lot between third and first person, depending the situation. Now this B-boy looks sick. Looks really good. I actually like it a lot more than the classic from the other games. It just looks like a, I don't know, like a Marshall amplifier. Also, I'm gonna try to, whenever I find a new item like this one, this is one of my, probably my only item in the inventory. I'm gonna try to take a look to it so we can see it in detail and see if it has any, effect or whatever. It looks like the bolt suit. They totally nerfed it, like they took the defense out, and it does really nothing. Also, that's what that well tuned perk does. AP regeneration 25%. That is a lot. That is really good. And now showing my special stats if you want to read them, so you know what they do, in case you don't know. In case by any strange chance you're new to the Fallout universe. That is cool. You can also do this type of view, which makes sense for multiplayer, so you can see what is around you. Because time doesn't freezes when you are in your inventory like in other games. Which is also a factor that makes this game harder.
You have been tasked with nothing less than the rebuilding of America. Such a huge responsibility. Just know that Vault-Tec is proud of you. I am proud of you. When you hear this, it means I've been gone for several hours. I've got my own mission out there in Appalachia. This is the Overseer, signing off.
Hell yeah. The third person melee feels a lot better. They fix it. Yeah. Alright, friend. Hope that you liked the video that you just saw. Somehow or somewhat it was okay to you. You know, feel free to always comment what is in your mind. It helps me grow as a person and as uploader and content creator. So, anyway, if you did like this video that you just saw, this one related to Fallout, just to let you know that I got many other videos like this in my channel. And Fallout 4, I have, just alone in this game, I have about 10 different playlists for it. 10 different type of series with different characters, different role plays, different, you know, like a play style to it. Like for example, I have a series for each DLC. Also, you know, I've been doing a dedicated playthrough focus mainly on the railroad faction, and recently I uploaded with the same character that you're watching right now, one for the Minuteman. So I'm planning to, you know, over time cover a 100% run in this game and trying to do justice to it. But it's the same I'm trying to do with Fallout 76. I would like to see if I can find the best way to make a true immersive playthrough, walkthrough to it. That's another reason why I like to play solo, cause when you play solo, it's totally a different, you know, it's a different level of immersion that I like to keep and preserve. And well, I mean, if you don't see me adding too much commentary all the time, it's because I am afraid of overdoing it. I'm afraid of killing the immersion for you guys that prefer to see a more silent playthrough. So I know there's people that out there that like my voice and they tell me, hey man, you should add more commentary and all that. But in another hand, I know there is a type of people that are like, you know, they just want to find a silent playthrough, and I understand that, because adding voice to a video, or you know, say you want to add voice to episode 1 or episode 2, and if you go all the way adding full voice to it, you're just going to be like killing the in-game audio. You're gonna have to sacrifice part of it so that your voice can hear. For instance, notice how this video in the background, it barely has any sound. And it's because if you want to hear my voice clearly, you know, loud and clearly, I'm gonna have to make some sacrifices. That is how it goes for a full commentated playthrough. Anyway, I'm not trying to annoy anyone with my voice, so I prefer to keep it in a way that what I call a partially commentated playthrough, which is like you only add voice in certain moments of the game. And I really want to stick with that formula for many reasons. So anyway, I know you know, I go crazy uploading a lot of videos, and I know that sometimes it doesn't seem that it's too worth it, because YouTube has been changing so much to the point where a lot of people they are making videos, and if you see a lot of channels, they're not like the popular mainstream channels. Most of them, their videos are just sitting there with barely 100 of views. You know, you're lucky if you hit 50 or something, whatever. But yeah, it does annoys me. It does bothers me the fact that you know you can use more audience for what you're trying to create. That's part of what you want. But at the same time, I think what is more important is the love for the game that I'm trying to do. And if I am uploading a video or a series or something, it's because I'm making sure that I really like it and I really love it. Otherwise, I would not do it. This channel is not about the hot new game, it's more about what I really love, and in hoping that I attract the people that like that sort of content too. you know, the right audience, which so what I'm hoping to always find, the people that will appreciate and value the most what I'm trying to do. So there's always the right audience for everything that you're trying to create or upload. In the end, that is always really comes to it. When you upload something, all you can really hope is that it will be found by the right audience. You know, the people that will value what you're doing the most and feel that they can relate with that type of content because they really love the source of it. And also, well, of course, you're always gonna affect your style and the way you do it, the way you record it, the way you edit it, the passion that you put to it is always very important. Despite the fact that the discovery ratios of YouTube are broken and they are really beyond unfair. Anyway, I never like to beg for subscribe or for liking the video. Or what I want you is just to enjoy it, and if you can comment, well, it's always great. But if you do sub, then you can always keep yourself updated to what I'm currently uploading. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me. I really value that very dearly. And remember, always keep it stealthy, my friends.